Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're tackling something pretty specialized, a skill that really marks the difference, you could say, between a good hunting retriever and a truly great one. We're going to unpack how these dogs learn to independently track where the gun is pointing and instinctively mark where game falls. It's way beyond just sit and stay.
Oh, absolutely. And it's so vital out in the field. I mean, think about it.
Mm.
Dogs have this amazing wide vision, like 240, 250 degrees.
Wow.
Yeah. And they pick up movement way better than we do, especially when things get tricky, like bad light or dense cover.
Yeah.
A well-trained dog can honestly spot a falling bird faster than a person sometimes.
That's incredible. But it brings up this interesting point. We spend so much time training dogs to focus on us, right? Eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's almost the reverse. Why is it so important that the dog isn't staring at the handler? Why the focus outwards on the gun in the sky?
Yeah. It's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? See, if the dog's constantly looking at you, you can get almost anxious, always checking in. Is it okay now? Should I go now? We sometimes call it begging for permission.
Oh, okay.
What you actually want is for the dog to read the whole situation itself. Gun goes up, bang, shot rings out here. The dog should automatically be looking in that direction, ready to see the bird fall. It's about trusting their instincts, their ability to process what's happening.
That really shifts the perspective, and it highlights the difference between, say, a formal trial and actual hunting. Hunting's messy, unpredictable.
Totally different ball game. You're often
Right.
out in the cold, maybe it's getting dark, you might be sitting still in a duck blind for ages. The dog needs to be chill, but also switched on, ready to go instantly.
Right, calm but alert. So before we even get to the gun following part, what's the groundwork? The absolute must-haves.
Foundation first, always. Your dog has to be solid on basic obedience. Retrieve to hand reliably every time. And critically, stay put when a shot goes off. That stay has to be bomb-proof.
Yeah, can't have them bolting early.
Exactly. If stay isn't perfect, maybe you keep them on a lead at first, but you have to nail that down before anything else.
And obviously, they need to be okay with the noise, the gunshot itself. No fear.
No fear, totally comfortable. And positioning is key too. Usually, for a right-handed shooter, the dog sits on the left.
Why is that?
Gives them the clearest view forward, past the gun swing. And if you're in a blind, you've got to make sure they can actually see out, maybe out of the netting or through a gap. Their line of sight can't be blocked. That's all crucial setup.
Okay, so fundamentals are solid. Dog's positioned right, comfortable with bangs. How do we start teaching them that the gun barrel itself is important? Phase 1.
Right, phase 1, following the gun barrel. You need a helper, an assistant, hidden somewhere the dog can't directly see them. Find a calm spot, open area ideally.
Okay.
You get down, maybe crouch or stand like you're shooting, next to your dog. Hold an empty gun or a training one right about at the dog's head height.
So they can see it easily.
Yeah, peripherally. They need to clearly see that barrel without craning their neck. That's important.
Got it. And the first throws, how does that work?
Start simple. Point the gun straight ahead. Your hidden assistant makes a noise, a shout, whistle, clap, whatever grabs attention.
Just a quick sound?
Yep, quick sound. And immediately they throw a dummy, something really visible, up in an arc.
So the dog sees it fly.
Exactly.
Right.
And the second they react to the sound or see the dummy, you send them, fetch, or whatever your command is. Instant retrieve, instant reward.
Connects the dots quickly.
Right. Repeat that straight ahead throw a few times. Gun points, sound, dummy, retrieve. Let them get the hang of that basic sequence.
Makes sense. Then how do you introduce different directions?
Okay, once they're getting the straight ahead part, your assistant quietly moves, maybe off to the left or right.
Right.
You, the handler, slowly and deliberately turn your whole body and the gun to point where the assistant now is. Nice and clear movement.
Exaggerated almost.
A little exaggerated at first, yeah. Once you're pointing at the assistant, then they give the sound cue and throw the dummy from that new spot.
And the crucial bit.
The crucial bit is, don't grab the dog's head and turn it. No hands, no leash pressure to force the turn.
Why not? Seems like it would help.
Because you want the dog to figure it out. To choose to follow the gun because it leads to the reward. If they hesitate, maybe a soft look or a little verbal encouragement. But let them make the connection. It needs to be their idea, basically.
Okay. Operant conditioning. Let them learn the cause and effect. Good tip about starting with easier turns too, like turning left if the dog's on your left.
Yeah, that often helps because the gun naturally sweeps across their vision. Keep sessions short, keep them fun, maybe mix up the sounds, use a duck call if you're training for waterfowl. Keep it interesting.
So once they're reliably following that barrel, turning their head with the gun, what's next? Adding the bang.
Exactly. Phase 2, adding the shot. Now that they associate the gun pointing with something good, we link the sound of the shot directly to it.
How do you introduce that without startling them, even if they're used to shots generally?
Gradually. Start straight ahead again.
Yeah.
Point the gun forward, fire a blank,
Yeah.
use a starter pistol or blanks in your shotgun. And remember, hearing, protection, don't shoot right over their head. Aim forward or slightly up.
Okay.
Immediately after the shot, the dummy gets thrown along that same line. So now it's gun points, bang, dummy appears. The shot becomes the direct signal for the retrieve.
Got it. Shot equals bird falling.
Pretty much. Then you combine it with the turn, slowly turn the gun, point towards your assistant, fire the shot as you're pointing there, and then the dummy is thrown from that direction. The dog learns to look where the shot came from.
And for dogs that are a bit more advanced, maybe already doing double retrieves.
Yeah, you can definitely practice multiple falls then. You'd need two assistants positioned maybe quite wide apart.
Okay.
Turn towards assistant one, shoot, they throw. Dog retrieves. Then while the dog's back, you calmly turn towards assistant two, shoot, they throw. Second retrieve.
Like running drills.
Kind of. But the absolute key, even with multiple falls, is control. The dog must wait for your command for each retrieve. No breaking or deciding on its own which one to get first. Patience is huge.
Right. Control above all. Are there other tools people use for this? Like those dummy launchers?
Yeah, adjustable dummy launchers can be useful. They make a bang sound and launch the dummy at the same time, simulating the shot in the bird's flight. They have their place, but honestly, for real hunting prep, the traditional method with assistance often builds that connection to the gun movement and handler better.
Okay, that makes sense. So moving on, phase 3. This seems really practical. In a real hunt, it's not always your gun going off, right?
Exactly. Group hunts, blinds, with multiple people. The dog needs to react to any shot from potentially any direction. It can't just focus on you.
So how do you train for that, reacting to other shooters?
You bring in your assistants as external visible shooters. Your dog sits steady. An assistant stands maybe, 20, 30 yards out front,
Yeah.
where the dog can clearly see them. Another helper, the thrower, is near them. The shooter assistant makes a clear motion, raising the gun to their shoulder. That visual cue is important.
The movement itself is a signal.
Yes. They raise the gun, fire a blank, and the thrower immediately tosses a dummy from right near the shooter. Then you send your dog.
So the dog sees the action over there and associates the dummy with that shooter.
Precisely. And then you make it dynamic. Have the shooter take a few steps sideways, left or right. The dog watches them move.
Tracks the movement.
Tracks the movement.
Okay.
Then the shooter repeats. Raises gun, aims, shoots from the new spot. Thrower throws from that new spot. The goal is for the dog's head to naturally follow that shooter, anticipate the shot from wherever they are now.
That seems critical for something like a busy duck blind or a pigeon hunt.
Absolutely vital. You want the dog swiveling its head, scanning, following the action wherever it happens, but always waiting for your command to retrieve. Discipline under distraction is key.
Okay, so they're following the gun, reacting to the shot, even handling other shooters. How do we pull this all together for phase 4, making it feel like a real hunt?
Now you start simulating the environment more closely. A great tool is a simple blind or hide. Just some poles and camo netting.
Build a little hide.
Yeah, build a little hide, make sure the dog fits comfortably, but importantly, can still peek out maybe under the bottom edge of the netting. You get in there with the dog and the gun, partially hidden.
Like you would be for real.
Exactly. Have an assistant outside, make some bird sounds, duck call, wing flaps, whatever fits. Then you suddenly stand or pop up slightly, fire the blank, and the dummy gets thrown. Mimics birds suddenly appearing.
Simulates that sudden action, and practice turns from the hide, too.
Definitely. Birds don't always come straight on. Practice turning and shooting from within the confined space of the hide.
And varying the conditions must be important, too.
Hugely important. Train in dim light, early morning, late evening. That's when dogs often have an advantage with their vision anyway.
Use their natural skills.
Right. Practice when it's cold, when it's windy. And if it's waterfowl training, you have to work in water. Shots over water, dummies landing in water with splashes, waves, maybe near reeds. It adds complexity.
Makes them mark accurately despite distractions. What about blind retrieves? I've heard that term.
Yeah, that's another layer. Occasionally you fire a shot, but the dog doesn't see the dummy fall. Maybe it's thrown from cover after a short pause or lands behind something.
So the dog just hears the shot.
Here's the shot, knows it usually means something fell, and have to actively scan the area where the shot came from, using its initiative to hunt for something it didn't see land. Teaches them that the shot itself means look for game.
That builds real hunting savvy. And group dynamics. Multiple dogs, multiple handlers.
Essential practice if you hunt with others. Train alongside other people and their dogs. One person shoots, throws. Everyone else keeps their dog steady.
Teaches them it's not always their turn.
Exactly. They get used to shots that aren't for them, other dogs retrieving. But crucially, your dog still needs to watch. Mark every fall mentally, but only go when you give permission. It builds incredible patience and focus.
That discipline sounds hard-won.
It is. There's a great little tip from one source, actually. A pigeon hunter noticed his dog losing focus during quiet period.
Being bored or tired.
Yeah. The trainer suggested just clicking the gun's safety off quietly as birds started approaching. Very subtle sound. The dog quickly learned that tiny click meant, pay attention, action's coming. Woke him right up, got him scanning the sky again. It's about using those small cues you've built.
That's clever.
Yeah.
So, boiling it all down, what are the absolute core principles here? Things to constantly keep in mind and pitfalls to avoid.
Okay, yeah, summarizing is good. First, consistency and go slow. Break it down, small steps, don't rush the dog. Keep sessions short, positive, build success.
Right, patience.
Second, remember that paradox. Avoid demanding constant eye contact during the hunt action. Their eyes need to be out there, scanning. Handler focus at the wrong moment kills their marking ability. You guide their focus outwards.
Let them do their job.
Third, let the gun do the work. Meaning, don't physically push or pull their head. That teaches reliance on you. Let them learn to follow the gun's movement. It becomes the cue.
Got it. No micromanaging their head.
Fourth, clear line of sight, especially early on. Make sure they can actually see the dummy fly and fall.
Yeah.
Start easy. And once it falls, encourage them to stare at the spot for a second lock-on before sending. Really helps cement the mark in their memory.
Lock the gaze. Good tip.
Fifth, control, patience. A calm dog is essential. Stop any stealing of retrieves. Practice steadiness drills with shots and throws happening all around them. They must wait for the command.
Non-negotiable.
And finally, sixth, mix it up. Vary locations, scents, sights. Use real birds if you can. Train with buddies. Realism helps. And if they mess up in the field, don't get mad. Make a note. Recreate that scenario later in training. Break it down and fix it calmly.
Wow, that is quite the deep dive. It's really clear this isn't a weekend project. It takes serious patience, serious repetition.
Wow.
Hundreds, maybe thousands of times, you said.
Oh, easily. Hundreds and hundreds of successful repetitions build that deep understanding and reliability.
Yeah.
But the payoff,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Seeing your dog scanning the sky, totally tuned in, catching every fall, retrieving cleanly on command, it's this amazing partnership. That's the real reward for both of you. A dog working to its full potential in the field.
A seamless team. Fantastic. So, for everyone listening, even if retriever training isn't your thing, think about this idea of subtle cues and independent focus. What tiny signals, maybe almost invisible ones, could you use in your own world with a pet, maybe even with people on your team, to help them focus better on their own, react faster when opportunity or information presents itself? Something to think about.